Welcome to Mind Over Markets, the place where traders are rebuilt from the inside out. This channel isn't about chasing signals. It's not about copying strategies. It's not about the next indicator, the next shortcut, or the next promise of easy money. Because if those things were enough, most traders would already be profitable, but they're not. And the reason isn't the market. This channel is about mastering the one thing that decides every trade you will ever take: your mind. Because the truth is simple and uncomfortable. Most traders don't fail because their strategy doesn't work. They don't fail because the market is unfair. They don't fail because they lack intelligence. They fail because of fear. Fear of losing, fear of being wrong, fear of missing out. They fail because of greed, holding winners too long, risking too much, chasing what already moved. They fail because of impatience, because waiting feels harder than clicking the button. They fail because of overconfidence and the false belief that one good trade means they've figured it all out. They fail because of lack of discipline and under pressure. When money is on the line, emotions take control, and when emotions take control, logic disappears. Here at Mind Over Markets, we take a different path. We believe trading success is not built from charts alone. It is built from self-awareness, from structure, and from mental discipline. That's why this channel is designed as a step-by-step psychological journey. A journey that guides you from beginner to professional, not just in skill, but in mindset, control, and consistency. Here, you'll learn how to recognize emotional patterns before they sabotage your trades. You'll learn how to slow down, follow a plan, manage risk, and stay calm when the market tests your patience. Because profitable trading is not about being right all the time. It's about behaving correctly over time. It's about showing up with discipline on good days and bad ones. It's about consistency, not excitement. So if you're ready to stop reacting, to stop trading emotionally, and start building a mindset that lasts, welcome to Mind Over Markets. Because here, your mind is your market, and this is where mastery begins. Every strong structure starts with a solid foundation, and in trading, that foundation is not strategy, it's psychology. In Phase 1, we strip trading back to its psychological core. You'll discover why mindset matters more than strategy, and why two traders using the exact same system can produce completely different results. Because the difference is never the chart, it's the person reading it. We explore how fear shows up in your trading. Fear of loss, fear of missing out, fear of being wrong, fear that makes you hesitate on good setups and chase bad ones. You'll learn how greed disguises itself as confidence, how impatience pushes you into low-quality trades, and how overtrading slowly erodes discipline without you even noticing. In this phase, something important happens. You stop reacting and you start observing. You begin to observe your thoughts before entries, your emotions during trades, your impulses after wins and losses. You'll learn how to journal properly, not just price and profit, but emotions, decisions, and mental triggers. You'll build daily routines that prepare your mind before the market opens, and reflection habits that sharpen awareness after the market closes. Because consistency begins before the first trade is ever placed. This is where you stop trading on hope, stop trading on emotion, and start trading with intention. This is where you stop being a gambler and begin becoming a deliberate trader. In Phase 2, we sharpen control. Because in trading, knowledge without discipline is useless. You can know every setup, every indicator, every rule, but if you can't follow your plan when emotions rise, none of it matters. Here, you'll learn how to stay disciplined, even when the market pulls at your attention, even when fear whispers to exit too early, and greed urges you to stay too long. You'll learn how to stick to your trading plan when emotions are screaming for action, because most traders don't break rules out of ignorance. They break rules under pressure, after a loss, after a missed opportunity, after a moment of doubt. In this phase, you'll understand why losses trigger impulsive behavior, why one bad trade often leads to two worse ones, and why most traders abandon discipline at the exact moment it matters most. You'll learn how professionals do the opposite, how they slow down after losses, how they reset psychologically, and how they prevent a single mistake from turning into a destructive cycle. We teach you how to recover emotionally after losing trades, not by pretending the loss doesn't matter, but by processing it correctly. You'll learn how to recognize revenge trading before it begins, how urgency clouds judgment, and how patience protects capital. This phase introduces practical techniques for impulse control, emotional regulation, and decision-making under stress. Simple habits that create space between feeling and action. Because discipline is not talent. It's not something you're born with. It's not something you magically gain one day. Discipline is trained behavior. And every time you follow your rules, especially when it's uncomfortable, you reinforce control. You build trust in yourself. You shift from reacting to the market to operating within a system. The traders who survive long enough to win are not the most aggressive. They are not the most confident. They are the ones who master themselves first. And phase 2 is where that mastery begins. Phase 3 changes how you see the market. This is where fear stops controlling your decisions and begins transforming into structure. Up to this point, most traders react emotionally to risk. They feel it, but they don't understand it. In this phase, you will. You'll learn the psychology behind position sizing and why risking too much doesn't just threaten your account. It hijacks your mind. When risk is oversized, every tick feels personal. Every pullback feels like danger. Every decision becomes emotional. But when risk is controlled, something powerful happens. Your mind clears. Your thinking slows. Your decisions improve. Small, intentional risk creates space. Space to think objectively. Space to follow your plan. Space to stay calm when the market moves against you. We break down stop-loss discipline, not as a technical rule, but as a psychological agreement with yourself, a promise that no single trade will define you, a boundary that protects both your capital and your confidence. You'll learn why most traders move or remove stop losses, and how that one decision quietly destroys trust in themselves. This phase also exposes herd mentality, why following the crowd feels safe, why it reduces responsibility, and why it slowly drains your edge. You'll understand how mass behavior forms in markets, why emotions spread faster than logic, and how to step away from the noise without feeling isolated or uncertain. Here, we train independent decision-making. You learn how to wait without anxiety, how to act without hesitation, how to say no to trades that don't meet your rules, even when everyone else is rushing in. This phase teaches you how to make decisions calmly, objectively, and without emotional attachment, because the goal is not certainty. The goal is clarity under uncertainty. And when risk is structured, when decisions are intentional, confidence stops being forced. It becomes earned. This is where fear becomes measurable, where uncertainty becomes manageable, and where you begin trading like a professional, not because you feel brave, but because you trust your process. Phase 4 is where traders are tested. Because the market doesn't just challenge your strategy, it challenges your identity. It reveals who you are under pressure, who you become when outcomes don't go your way, and who you think you are when they do. Winning streaks test your ego. They tempt you to loosen rules, to increase risk, to believe you've figured it all out. Losing streaks test your patience. They whisper doubt. They pressure you to force trades, to abandon structure in search of relief. And volatility tests your emotional stability. When price moves fast, when uncertainty rises, and when your nervous system wants control. In this phase, you learn how professionals stay grounded during success and resilient during drawdowns. You'll learn how to detach from individual trade outcomes, understanding that no single win defines your skill, and no single loss defines your ability. We train you to shift focus away from profit and toward process, because profits fluctuate, results vary, but process is what keeps you consistent. You'll learn how elite traders think in series, not in moments, how they judge performance over weeks and months, not over one emotional day. We explore visualization techniques used by top performers, mentally rehearsing discipline, patience, and calm execution before the market ever opens. You'll learn emotional conditioning, how to normalize losses, how to regulate stress responses, and how to prevent emotional buildup from leaking into decisions. This phase introduces advanced mindset tools used by athletes, surgeons, and professional traders, techniques designed to keep you steady when pressure is highest, because mental toughness is not about ignoring emotion, it's about operating despite it. This is where trading becomes less reactive, less impulsive, and less personal, and more intentional, more structured, more professional. Phase 4 is where you stop needing the market to make you feel confident, because your confidence now comes from within, from discipline, from preparation, from trust in your process. This is where traders are forged, not by comfort, but by consistency under pressure. Every video on Mind Over Markets is built for one purpose: to give you a mental edge, because in trading, psychology is not optional, it is everything. Your strategy does not execute itself, your charts do not manage risk, and your emotions do not protect your capital. You do, and under pressure, who you are mentally decides what you do financially. Most traders know what they should do, but when fear rises, when greed whispers, when impatience demands action, they abandon structure, not because they're weak, but because they're untrained. That's why this channel exists, to help you reset your mindset, to help you trade with clarity instead of fear, to help you replace emotional reactions with disciplined execution, because discipline does not appear under pressure by accident. It is trained, it is practiced, it is earned. Every time you follow your rules when it's uncomfortable, you strengthen it. Every time you step away instead of forcing a trade, you reinforce it. Every time you choose process over impulse, you build it. Here, we don't chase excitement, we build consistency. We don't react to markets, we operate within systems. We don't rely on motivation, we rely on preparation. This channel is for traders who are tired of emotional cycles, tired of self-sabotage, tired of knowing better, but doing worse. It's for traders who understand that mastery starts internally, before it ever shows up on a chart. So if you're ready to reset your mindset, to trade with intention instead of impulse, to become calm under pressure and consistent over time, then this channel is for you. Like this video, subscribe to Mind Over Markets, turn on notifications so you never miss a daily mindset upgrade, because here, your mind is your market, and mastery begins now.